Well, we finally did it. We finally got the man in here, Jake McCain. It's, you know, I watched a few of those Joe Rogan stuff. Joe's always talking to like whoever's sitting across from him, and he's like, you know, it took some work. It took a minute to get there, but like we made it happen. And I'm like, I feel kind of a little bit like it's, yeah. You know, the crazy thing is I don't even do it. You know, you and Bree talk to each other, and I see the messages on there, and I'm like there was always something that kind of, like I was out sick a few times. I think Bree was out sick. Yeah, it's just. Yeah, I think, and really. You were like, yeah, whenever. Yep.
Yeah, yep. It's all good, man. I'm just, I'm just chilling. Yeah.
So Jake McCain, the guy who was always into fitness, or so we've known each other 5 years, 6 years.
Yeah, I think since you moved. into this.
And you picked up this route. So how long? So you work for a delivery company, delivery company.
Yes.
Ups.
Good old Brown.
How long you been there?
I've been there 10 years.
10 years.
10 years, yeah.
So you're like the guy.
Yeah. I remember being a rookie and, slow down, be that. Obviously my energy. Slow down to now I'm like teaching the guys basically what not to do. But yeah. I'm teaching these young rookies on what to do. I'm like, what in the hell just happened?
Right.
Holy
so you've always been like a level 10 type of energy guy.
Literally, it's no joke. I think I noticed it in high school. I like doing fitness and all that, but the energy and the creativity. I mean, we'd go to I remember being a senior in high school, and then we go to parties, and then do whatever stupid stuff, whatever, till like 4 a.m. Go to bed. I wake up at 8 a.m. and go home, and then we do this thing over for the weekend, just over and over. And I'm like, man, I need to use that.
But as some of your friends start crashing, you were like,
oh yeah,
still going.
And like they would, text me or usually call. I don't know if we had text, but would call me at like 1. Hey, I just woke up. What do you want to do? Like, dude, I've gotten errands done. I've done this. I've done that. I'm already at your house. Like, what do we got to do? And then they'd also nap. And I'm like, no, I'm not wasting. I would always feel if I woke up past 8 a.m., my day's ruined. I'm pissed off. I don't want to do anything.
You didn't get shit done.
Yeah, so 6 a.m. at the latest. At least I'm up and doing. If I just got to stare at a wall, I guess, or something, I got to be up functioning that way.
Regardless of what time you go to bed.
Yes. And then, I just found fitness to, like, I can add that. I can go do fitness whenever. And then there was some, basic example, COVID hit. Okay, I can't go to a gym. That's not an excuse to stay home. Let's go jungle gym. There's a tree branch. There's something. Let's go for a run. So that's just where always that fitness.
But what's the motive behind it? Is it and we can get into some of your achievements and what you've done during the fitness side. But what's your motive behind it? Was it to, hey, because I want to run these events, or I want to compete, or was it to burn energy? Was it to clear your mind? Was it to motivate? What was your motive behind saying, fuck it, there's a tree branch, let's go? What's?
It was just, I'd like to be challenged. I want to be challenged. I don't, and what I was saying, I hate being average. I don't accept it. But that's me. That's my personal whatever thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, what's the next big thing? Because all my buddies did the bodybuilding, physique. That's cool. It is cool, but that's not me. I don't do that. I like my plate of nachos. I want to eat what I want to eat, and so I found just different events. I played football and baseball in high school. Played ball in college. And then got out of it, and I'm like, what's the next? I need something.
Yeah.
I'm not just gonna do something. So fitness came, and just the next challenge, the next kind of basically what people will joke about doing, like, you run to Pocatello and back. In my mind, that's not a bad idea. Let's give it hell.
I bet I can do that.
Yeah, I bet that's doable. That's kind of doable. Mm-hmm. It's gonna suck, but let's give it hell.
You played sports in high school, and then you went into college and you played sports, right?
Yep.
So you've always had some level of structure.
Yes.
So then coming out of college and you were done playing, what you said you played ball. Is that baseball?
Yep, baseball. Yep.
For who?
Dawson Community College. And then I played a little bit of club baseball with Idaho State, and just, yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Just
What position?
What was it? I played, I think, third and pitch mostly at Dawson Community College, and then ISU, it was kind of just everywhere. Everywhere that needed
filled.
It was, it was all good.
Yeah, that's club ball. That's
There we go.
Yeah, show up if you want, or I mean, you have to be part of the team, but like if you don't go, then it's not like you have to run extra, or you lose your scholarship.
Yeah, exactly, man.
So, what's funny though is I think I see you and a lot of people see you and they think not so much structure, but like organized chaos. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, everything's just, you could work in chaos more than structure almost. So when you create these lofty, like you said, some people, I ran to Pocatello, and you're like, 100 miles, I could probably do that.
Yeah,
to me, that's chaos. Well, to me, that's psychotic. to me, like, I ran from the parking lot because I was late, and I was like, I better show up a minute early next time because this is rough. And so, do you do that for you, or do you do that because there's a level of just blasphemy in there? Like, do you do it because people are like, no way is he planning on doing that?
I think it's both. Like, I love proving, not to get like, oh, I can do this, let's tag me and all that.
Yeah.
I like to see people's, like, holy shit, you what? Like, yeah, dude, nothing. It was easy. Got it. Boom. And then kind of more like inspiring other people. So if they're like, oh, I'm too lazy, I can't get off the couch, like that, I try to at least inspire them. And then for my own kind of mental, just like, no, let's do this. Yeah, it's going to suck, but why not? Hell, you only got one life. Let's get rowdy. Kind of how I look at it.
I see you at like 3 o'clock in the morning, like shadow boxing, listening to David Goggins like, as loud as you can.
That's like, about all. And it's funny because I always started building that mindset, and then listening to him, it does help. And I mean, I obviously can't talk like that, or I mean, it's all up here that I'm like, yep, you're gonna do it. Get up, do it. Don't matter. Let's go. But yeah, I literally, and like when I wake up, it's literally wake up, boom, get dressed, let's go. It's not, I have to drink my coffee. I think I've drinking coffee like twice. But yeah, I don't need a whole lot.
You, sir, don't need coffee.
I know, I wouldn't even know what to do.
Coffee.
I don't even know how to make, like, what to put in coffee. It tastes like shit. Cool. All right. Rock on.
Must be doing something good for me.
Must be gurgling something.
Yeah.
All right. We're good.
All right. So you come in here and you deliver the packages, and you typically stop by the sample bar and do like a shot of pre-workout.
Oh yeah.
Something.
Yep.
This is more of a funny story for anything, because it was funny when. So Jake's over here, and about every morning he takes these like dry scoops, these prime drive, or these prime drives, these pre-workouts.
Yeah.
Well, there was some fired up. I think it was the fired up. It wasn't a pre-workout. It was
it was something. I mean, it did look cool. I can't even, but yeah.
I think it was fired up, and it's just an energy thing in here, but it's weird because it's not designed to be dry scooped. We now have figured out. So when you get it wet, it creates this like wet ball on the outside of this dry powder. Right? That's kind of what happened, right?
Kind of,
Well,
there you go.
Saliva's wet.
And
so Jake dry scoops this thing, and this ball goes down his throat and sticks right here. I'm helping the little freaking Ethel over here on something going on, and this ball gets stuck down in your throat, and all of a sudden I hear, and I turn around and I look. Oh, that's gonna be loud in there. I turn around and I look, and you're like, I thought I killed you. I thought you were dead. And you went, Kah! And you went, Kah! And it like bursted that bubble. And this powder just goes everywhere. And yeah, I thought I killed you. Yeah, that was rough.
That damn, I did not expect, and I kept trying to
swallow harder.
Down, and then I'm like, well, something's got to give, and then it just stuck and lodged, and then all of a sudden panic kicked in.
Yeah,
that was I'm like, okay, we gotta have to mix that one.
Yeah, but then the next day you're dry scooping them again. Like,
yeah.
All right. Yeah. So
don't really learn much.
But what's funny to me is like you always seem to have the energy, right? You always seem to have this crazy amount of energy, and that's kind of what you're known for. So are you tired? Like, so when you come in and you take because I would never take a shot of pre-workout just to go about my day. Now I know your job's active and stuff, but like to me, it would just anxiety ridden. I mean, it would be way too much energy for me. And you already have this high level of energy. So what does something like that do for you?
I think it kind of almost, it levels me out.
Does it really? Yeah.
It has, I swear, the complete opposite of, because my wife can't have pop or coffee like past 2 or 3 because she can't sleep. Dude, I could literally take some pre-workout and go to bed.
Yeah.
Like it levels me out.
Do you have like any type of like ADD type of like have you ever been diagnosed? Because that sounds like that's what that does to some ADD people, right? The stimulants more or less.
Yeah. I think I was I was a hyper child, so it was ADHD, but I think I was off, I don't know, I stopped doing the medication like 4th grade. Like it wasn't really and then I think it bothered me in school because I was never a school. School ain't my thing. It's just not. It is what it is. Yeah. So I took it more. Okay, well what can we do? Fitness. Okay, let's get after it. So.
Okay.
That's where I think that's where it mostly.
If you're gonna be dumb, you got to be tough.
That's the old school.
Better go work out.
That's send it. It's all good.
Yeah, school is never my thing either. Yeah, so that's awful. But yeah, I've always wondered like. If you're coming in so high energy, like what does more energy do for you?
Yeah, but just kind of. And then there are some days where what I've done through the week, ran, swim, lifted a lot, went trail running, and then I might need that extra little like, I got at least 3 hours to get me by. That it'll kind of amp it up if I'm on empty a little bit. I've noticed, and then some that I've taken. I'll just need some. I'll throw it up because I don't need it. Like I don't.
The body just
body rejects it, and I'm like, what in the hell? What? I didn't even take it wrong. Like nothing crazy. I didn't take 8 scoops. It just doesn't sit well. I already have the adrenaline, the energy going, and it like will reject pre-workout. It's crazy.
But you'll just try it again tomorrow.
Then I'll do the same thing tomorrow.
Try it again tomorrow.
Oh, good.
So who do you listen to? I mean, David Goggins is probably a big guy for you. But who inspires you? What other than like him? Is it more family member stuff or is it more podcast people?
It ain't nothing but family. I want my kid because I looked up to my dad. My dad did not like his dad, and how I seen the upbringing. My dad was the best human alive. I'd get your ass beat, it's old school, but taught me how to be me. So I want to teach my kids, maybe not to be me, but there is nothing that is impossible to do.
Yeah.
So if I got to run, 100 miles, swim 100 miles, there's no way that's going to happen. That's insane, impossible. I want to show them that it could be possible.
Yeah.
So that's literally, maybe if I'm a little bit slow, I'll listen to some motivation, but other than that, I just have my kids like right here, like, nope, we ain't done yet. You got still another 3 hours to kick your own ass, so let's get to it. Type of deal.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. So you have how many kids you have?
I got 3 altogether. 1 with the next wife, and then my wife now has one with, or had one with her ex-husband, and then we have 1 together.
Awesome.
So we got 3 boys.
3 boys. And are they all living with you even from time to time, or?
Just our littlest one does, and then every other week we get the others. So it works out.
Yeah.
We'll be
cool. And they're the ones that keep you going. And
and they like doing stuff, watching you know, they're getting into, oh, this is how baseball is, football is, like kind of watch it, then we play it, and then they know they got to get stronger if they want to get better. And then, yeah, because on my rest days are probably my worst days, because I got to be doing something. So I'll usually, that's when I work out with them, and it's kind of fun because I do get a workout with them, whether it's doing steps with them, push-ups on the back, or doing pull-ups, or we just run sprints at the park. Like we'll be doing something crazy.
Always something.
So,
yeah.
And they love it, so I'm like, okay, let's keep at it.
Yeah, I have, you know, my kids. They're all different. You know, especially when it comes to motivation or just athletic ability or interest in fitness or sports. Like, the 5 kids and 5 different takes on it, like by far. You know, and they're very motivating in the sense of doing something they don't think that you can do. But then you get into things like your Ironman. You ran it was a half Ironman? Is that what it was?
I started with the full.
You did start with the full.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey.
Why would I think it was a half? And was that the one in Coeur d'Alene?
Yes. Yep. That was the full one.
And that was kind of a shit show too, because that was supposed to be ran during COVID, right?
Yeah, that was, I think, of 2020. It was supposed to go in May. They moved it to September, and then I was geared up. I was pumped, and then I swear, like 3 weeks, maybe a month before that, they had to delay it. So I was
And then when did you run it? Well, you finally ran it?
And then I ran it back. They moved it, so it was supposed to be in St. George, but St. George the next year was having a half. So then they moved it to Coeur d'Alene as a full. So I had to go to Coeur d'Alene.
Wow.
Which probably would have worked out because St. George would have been hot as hell.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I didn't know because usually if somebody changes the venue, they go from, you know, southern Utah, St. George to southern, you know, to Provo.
Yeah.
They're not going to northern Idaho.
Yeah, complete opposite.
Holy hell, yeah, that's crazy. And then, so how'd you do? Like, so I can't imagine training for that. You know, we do a lot of like the bodybuilder types.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't imagine, you know, they moved a lot of shows too, or canceled shows during the COVID
and then
thing.
You
you just kind of sit and wait, but you're prepping for this Ironman, and then it moves back, you know, another 6 months, and then it moves back another 6 months. And then, like, mentally, how do you stay there? Were you like, this sucks, like, considering just dropping out, or were you like, hey, this gives me 6 more months to train? Like, how did you handle that? It was kind of
both. Like, I knew I wasn't going to quit. I knew I was going to keep, because I had sponsorship, pay for that. So I'm like, well, I'm doing this regardless. If it happens 10 years from now, I'm going to do it. But I think it had me, like, I was bummed. So I took like 2 weeks off just doing nothing. And then my site came in, got me out of bitch mode, and was like, dude, who's going to give you sympathy? There's nobody going to pity you, sympathize with you.
Right.
The wife nope, she got me going. And sometimes you need reality check. But I was like, I worked so hard. I about drowned. Like this sucks. And then you make adjustments. You just, then we keep going. We keep training, and it becomes tedious, but in the ultimate goal, like, I'm going to finish this Ironman. There's no other inspiring word I can convince myself I'm going to do it.
But there's no option B. Like, it's
nope. It's full.
That's it.
Full 100% gas pedal. We're cool doing it.
How'd you do?
I did better than I actually gave myself about 11 hours, and I know that I didn't know. I've never ran one,
and I don't know if that's what that means.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I'm like, oh, we're good. And then I talked to some other guys, and everyone I talked to had a coach, like either an ex-Ironman or ex-triathlon. So I was kind of like, boy.
Yeah.
Okay, well. And they were like, no, give yourself like 15, 14 hours. And I wasn't cocky, but I was like, dude,
But you know what you can do.
Yeah, I'm like, I know what I'm capable of. So I went around, I think I did it in, it was unofficial because my thing came off in the water, because it is chaotic in the water, so it fell off.
What do you mean your thing?
Oh, it's just it's a tracker, so they can track you, and so like your spouse or your friends can track you how you do the race, because it's about you have 17 hours or so to complete it. So you don't want them hanging out for 17 hours. So they just track you. And I ran it with another guy. His fell off. So they just
Well, so apparently they didn't work on their damn trackers.
Yeah, no, and usually it floats, but it fell off. But they took pictures so you can kind of break down your times and stuff. So I got 13 and a half hours, but there was just some times, like the swim was fine, the bike absolutely sucked. And then there was times where I'm like, I think I need to pace better, because at the run you're seeing guys. I mean, it's overwhelming, because there's guys throwing up blood. Yeah. There's guys. I mean, just they're stroking out basically.
And they're only 2 legs deep. They've got another damn marathon to run.
Yeah, and they're just like looking up at you. The blood vessels they broke from puking so hard, and I'm like. So I think I could have done better, but I felt good. That was my first one.
Yes, exactly. So there's 11 hours. You gave yourself 11 hours, and you did 13 and a half.
Yeah.
Were you like, hell yeah, 13 and a half, or?
I was kind of pumped, but I was like, just thank God I did it, because then I became emotional and I started breaking down, and it plays a mental. It really does. It played a mental game, at least with me. Like I seen my boy and my dad, and I broke down. I was like, I don't know what is happening, but it's just a mental, like I'm not quitting. I'm not quitting. This hurts more than ever, but I'm not quitting until I tear. I'm only quitting if I tear something. If I literally cannot walk.
It will not let you work.
Yeah, and you just battle that, and then you'll get on a pace, like 2 miles. Oh, I got this. And then that third mile will kind of like, you're done now. And then you got to kind of mentally get through that and just keep pushing. And then once you're done, all that mental kind of drains out of you and get a little emotional.
I bet. There's a lot of people I've seen like break down in those tears and stuff.
Yeah, that was something.
Yeah.
I was definitely humbled by it. Definitely, it was.
I can't imagine. And especially doing all of that training for those 13 and a half hours.
That was
insane.
That was it.
Yeah. Well, it's always cool to know that everyone knows you. Like, anytime I talk about like our UPS guy, and then if they'll ever say, who is he? Or I'll say like, yeah, he's crazy or something. They're like, oh, Jade, oh yeah, the guy with the, I know him, and everybody knows you as this like cool, inspiring, positive guy, and you've got to battle your own shit in your head, right? I mean, there's times where you lay your head down and you're like, ugh. But then, hey, how you doing? Oh, great, I'm good, awesome.
Oh yeah,
everyone deals with their own stuff in their head.
Yes.
At some point, and but you push through well, and we all see it, and we thank you for it.
Brother.
It's really cool. And so, if somebody wants to do something like this, say like an Ironman or do these endurance trainings, is that something they can get a hold of you? And like ask you questions with?
See, and I kind of been, because it's kind of hard for me, because I don't like going with people. I like just doing me.
Right. So what I'm asking though is if somebody were to say like, hey, where do I start? I've got some questions. Can they message you on
absolutely.
Insta?
I'm all about. I'll give them like, hey, this is what I did. If not, maybe try it this way, start slow. I'll give all the advice I can, because that's mostly what I even post about, is just not like, hey, look at me, I can swim 2 miles, cool. It's more like, hey, this can be done, it's pretty cool, like hopefully you guys get inspired. That's what I'm here for. That's why I have the energy of, it's all good, baby, hey, just a positive, get the negative out type of persona, I guess.
You're right, and it's hard to keep it.
Ooh, baby, yes it is.
Yeah, it's hard to keep it. For some, obviously, it seems to be easier for you, but doesn't mean it is.
Yeah, everybody, you battle them, and then someone's like, hey, exactly, I'd like to do one. Well, this is how I did it, man, and start slow, but don't take your days off, like just go to that goal. Just stay to that goal, stay at the level.
So are you good if somebody messages you? I mean, if people reach
absolutely,
out?
Yeah.
So we'll throw your Instagram handle up, and if somebody has some questions, then
okay,
you good with that?
Boom, that works for me. Yeah, because Yeah, and I think a few, like when I talked to some Ironman people, they were like, oh, you have to get a coach. You got to do a coach. Your first one was an Ironman. Oh, you got to get advice. Obviously, I didn't get advice. Obviously, I mean, there was a few buddies, a few coworkers did one, and they were given some advice, but I was like, I don't need a coach, dude. I can let me do
sometimes
this.
it's coach. But you also got to get the right coach. You know,
Yeah,
so,
true. And so. I didn't have time for that, so just learning. And then now that I know what I know, I don't need to. Yeah, that'll be. Yeah, you got to pay me for advice. No, I want to get that out there. I'll give you everything I know that could help you.
Awesome. Cool. Well, I'm glad we finally been able to make this happen, and I'm sure you've got your own work to do.
Yeah.
You know, slow time, Christmas
season.
time.
Tis the season.
Yes, sir. So I'm sure I'll see you in 43 minutes.
Yep, that'll work. I'll be here.
Awesome.
What's up, baby?
Awesome. Well, if you guys have any questions for Jake, it's Jmac something. Jmac.
I think Jmac 4545.
Okay. Yeah, we'll throw it up there. Reach out to him. Any questions? Any concerns for him? I have not killed him yet. It's with the fired up or the jalapeno.
Oh yeah, I thought you were gonna go off on that one.
Yeah, no,
that one hit.
Set his mouth on fire before too.
Yeah,
you know,
one
I
hit
haven't done anything for the record. That's self-inflicted. That stuff's just sitting.
I know. So. I just look at something. Ooh, that looks good. Let's try it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna start putting like hormonal stuff in there, like estrogen boosters and stuff.
Just start.
I'm gonna say damn one for Jake.
Oh, what is it? I don't know. Cool, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just dirt. Oh, it's kind of
love it.
Liquid. Cool.
Yeah, I'm on to something. Cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, thanks, my man. Appreciate you.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, take it easy.
Appreciate you, man.
Yep.